my son, my mother, no closer. Words carefully chosen, each taking their part. Here, hope everlasting, the mythical heart. It doesn't matter where the circle falls. Here is heaven on earth, the divine call.
And this is just, I touched on putting down some words on paper way back in 1993, and then I came away from it, as you do in life. But I've picked it up again in the last 6 months, and I've done a few wee things, and one of them I'm going to read. I hope you enjoy. It's called Unconditional Love. Unconditional love can cut like a knife, leave you feeling exposed with nowhere to hide. And when your adrenaline is pumping and all emotions are spent, you will then need resilience for your own self-defense. But this won't come easy, just with toil and grind, as a much higher power is what you must find. So when those you once knew desert you, and you find yourself standing alone, just turn your thoughts inwards and upwards, and the way forward will always be shown. And with this, the realisation will hit you that the rewards far outweigh the risks. For when you love someone unconditionally, you're revealing a God-given gift.
Yeah, hello there, my name is Tony Wilson. I've been writing for just over about 36 years now. I started writing in my early 20s. I've been doing it ever since. It's a labour of love with me, it's a bit of a passion. And anyway, this poem's called The Cenotaph in Airdrie. And I wrote it because to commemorate 100 years to the end of the First World War. And it goes like this. My bus stops short of traffic lights when red instructs it to. We'll turn up Alexander Street from Monk's Court Avenue, but while it waits my eyes are drawn towards grey blocks of stone, where local names from both world wars are posthumously shown. Of course there's times when drivers pass the cenotaph in haste, without a thought about these Scots or what they must have faced. It's not they're disrespectful though, one's mind can drift elsewhere, but daughters, sons and forces folk assemble proudly there. Each poignant wreath of poppies and laid out floral spray pay homage to the fallen brave upon Remembrance Day. They sacrificed their all that we should not incur the bane of gas, barbed wire and constant fire from tank and fighter plane. And as this bus conveys me on towards the bottom cross, I'm humbled by their selflessness and saddened by our loss. Though thankful that they freed us, their deaths were not in vain. Forget them not, for each had fought that we now still remain.
My name's Anne McGonnell and I go to a writing class on a Monday in Airdrie Library, and I've been writing for about 10 years. And this is, all my poems are redaft poems, so this is a redaft poem called I Confess. I'm in chapel at confession, for sad to say I'm in possession of cakes and biscuits and chocolate buttons. Oh dear Lord, I'm such a glutton. There's something else I must mention. Last week I stole from his decadent collection, and I told a whopper about Molly McCann, said to her friends that she's really a man. Oh Father O'Malley, am I forgiven? Will I ever get to heaven? I've been angry at my stand for winking at that hussy Leanne. I've coveted Joan's partner Mac since catching sight of his six-pack. I don't do housework, I prefer just sitting on my derriere. I'm so jealous of Mrs. McKinley. She's so pretty and oh so skinny. Father, ask the Lord to make her fat, and I'll be good, I promise you that. I'm sorry I called Annie McClare a nosy cow and a dozy mare. I wasn't too kind to Bethany Cole when I said her Wayne was an ugly wee troll. While watching the footy with some lager and limes, I shouted the F word 25 times. Well, I'd better be off, let someone else in. Until next week, I'll try not to sin.
My name is Catherine Miller. I retired 2 years ago and I was looking for an interest, so I joined an art club and I met Ian Johnson. So he guided me towards a writing group and he has been a great inspiration. I usually write short stories or book volumes, but this week I wrote my first poems, particularly for this event. Now this one is called The Beast from the East Cometh. The warnings were dire, bad weather ahead, commonly called the beast from the east, bringing bitter winds, heavy snow with blizzards, Siberia affecting Scotland least. Advice to stock up food and fuel in time, ensure aged neighbours safe, warm and fed. Cars with shovels, blankets seem sublime. Stay home inside, car journeys a hazard. Time passed, news repeated constantly. Pictures showed salt, slow ploughs, gritters ready. England, Wales, safe, some said indignantly. Not wanted a Michael Fish tragedy. Why was snow a problem? Some pondered, with Canada's winter so ordered. A woman took note in central Scotland, prepared with birdseed and cat litter. Shop Tesco petrol car for her husband. Barometer tapped, central heating monitor. Just usual events, nothing urgent. Domestic chores completed, anticlimax. Hard winter, much snow, made ambivalent. Better local forecasts made less complex. 2 days before the storm, her man not well. Repetition, atrial fibrillation. Accident and emergency befell. Began to hyperventilate. Exhaustive tests and given medications. Discharge home, referrals, allocations. Afternoon art class over, the woman found the beast had arrived in the street outside. Icy wind, driving snow, hard to avoid. Phone taxi, wait library to hide. Next morning she looked out a window. Snow drifts piled against the house in swathes. Long ago this had been a summer meadow, with roof snow drops, sheets, a ghostly light bays. Thoughts interrupted by the man shouting. Shaking light-headed, he would rest in bed. Certainly he was unwell, no doubting. Reassuring, he was tended and fed. The cat by his side had staked a claim. Up, downstairs, pain hip, knee, made her lame. Later dressed in walking gear and boots, poles, purse in pocket, rucksack back, uphill through woods, a newspaper pursuit from the wee shop nearby, perhaps a snack. Papers delivered, one in a basket, last litre milk, Lucozade, invalid. Stock selling fast, shopkeeper a profit. Back home she replenished the birdseed. Situated on a hill with road bumps, long driveway, car and garage snowbound. Snow shovel ready, scoop, toss and sometimes jump. Pavement road opposite, clear to a stone. Met top neighbours, dogs last seen summer, asking about the man, even the newcomer. Done. Inside she checked the latest news. England, Wales, bad as was predicted. Not enough gritters out, was no excuse. Schools closed, motorists stranded, conflict. Next day dawned, snowing more heavily. For her, man, cat, just a repeat routine. Work yesterday, now faster, nervily. Now central belt, red warning, not foreseen. Free time she shovelled total. A neighbour kindly brought in plough digger. Road clear, relieved, could make hospital. Man, cat left cave and seemed to stagger. Beast gone, man, woman, car, Tesco for bread and milk. Panic, empty. Last plain loaf. Whole lactose-free ilk.
I first took up writing through art. I was doing picture, and then I found I was actually writing stories around the pictures and poetry around the pictures. What I'm going to say a bit about, actually what happened was when I was about school, you know, one of the teachers, Miss Bright, got me interested in poetry. So I was reading all these famous poets, and there was a bit of romance going on. I actually fell in love with her, you know. But it was nothing came out. There was a big difference between our ages. She was 25 and I was 37. That's a joke, so. So, the character in this poem is a character I write about. He's a hobo in 1920s, 30s America. And his name is Willard Condon. Now, he tells a lot of his tales, and they're mostly true, but he gilded it away a bit, so there's a lot of fantastic stuff in it when he tells a story. And so I just write this poem about him. I don't really need these, I just put them on to look more intellectual, you know. It's called The Devil and Old Will Condon. I came upon the devil as setting upon a log, beside a twisting Tennessee trail. Near him, red-eyed, crouched his great black dog, that gave out a high and hideous wail. The devil rose up, his eyes black as coal. Says he, "Hi, old Will Condon, you travelling man. It's time you gambled for your soul. Try and beat me this night if you can." Says I, "Nick, let's play the cards the way they fall. Jack, King, Queen, and the aces high. If an I lose, take my soul. It's not worth much at all. None are left, that for me will mourn and cry. What will I win if Lady Luck is with me?" I asked of this fallen son of morn. "Gold, land, and riches beyond count I'll give to thee. No more will you wander lost and forlorn." So there with bright moon a shining down, we played blackjack all the long night. I kept winning, the devil he gave a frown. I could see how my play gave him a fright. As the sun broke over the mountains of Tennessee, the devil reluctantly threw in his hand. "Dawn is coming," he says, "soon I must flee. But tell me before I go, who taught you to play so grand?" It was a gambling man in Shreveport, over Louisiana ways, who taught me poker, blackjack, and the Texas brand. He worked here on Muddy on a riverboat all his days. A born player was Butch O'Banion, the best in all Southland. Old Nick vanished with a laugh and a wicked grin. Now I should have known all he said was lies, for he is the father of all falsehood and sin. And I went on my way, the most wiser of guys. Satan never keeps his words, my friends. No riches or gold have I ever seen. For the devil is only after his own ends, and lord of spacious lands I've never been. Yes, I travelled on that day in Tennessee, and I never did live high in the hog. Anyways, I suppose he did keep his word to me, for all he left me was the old black dog.
I wrote this poem when I was about 15. You see, I was a daddy's girl, and I dearly missed my dad, and I thought things happened after he died, my whole world changed. So I'll read the poem to you, maybe you can take something from it, hopefully. A silent little child was I, who played beneath the clear blue sky. I wandered on the hills and plains, and gathered flowers for daisy chains. Sometimes the grass would fill my shoes, so barefoot to wander I would choose. Buzzing bees would fly on by, and lovely coloured butterflies. Into my childish world I would go, skipping, hopping to and fro, and sit among the grassy plains to make my little daisy chains. No one around me I would see, In this world, there's only me. Warm, sweet breezes passing by, and fluffy clouds up in the sky. All the flowers with colours bright, sparkling in the bright sunlight. Tiny bells of coloured blue seem to say, "How do you do?" And proudly I would curtsy wide, glad to have them by my side. Then suddenly, just like a spark, darkness fell upon my heart, taking my sunshine away, blocking out my light of day. An emptiness hung over me. I could not find my way back, you see. And in the darkness, terror came to add to all the blame and shame. Alone and scared, a child no more, when darkness opened up my door. Great tall shadows haunted me, would they ever set me free? And in my dark dreams I ran away, just to find the light of day. And from my mouth no words would come, for I was really stricken dumb. Always hiding to and fro, I hadn't any place to go. Lost in darkness, hurt and pain, would I ever find my way again? Then in the years, as I grew tall, the shadows faded from the wall. No more dark clouds hang over me. I had survived the child to see. Life now fills me once again with memories of my daisy chain.
I wrote this poem especially for us being here today. It's called Today at Summerlee, and it goes like this. The first new Poets' Corner, and what a great idea. A gateway to express oneself to those who've gathered here. Well, thank you all for turning up today at Summerlee. Keen listening ears and readers too, required from 1 till 3. The gift shop's been supportive in helping to promote my odes and rhymes in recent times through booklets that I wrote. Much gratitude I owe it for having faith in me, although I had enough myself to contact Summerlee. 8 publications later, with number 9 near done, no plans have I to stop, and why? Because it's lots of fun. The advertiser's featured verse submitted down the years, and grateful pride abounds inside whenever mine appears. Keep self-belief in what you write, and spread your talent well. You'll make no mint from published print, although your work may sell. I am flattered by the feedback from those who like my stuff. Approval rates are high from mates, so that's reward enough. Jeanette and Ian, amongst us, I'm sure you will agree, have done us proud by being allowed this spot at Summerlee. And so I say sincerely, let inspiration flow, let lines composed be thus disclosed, and each attendance grow.
To work in central London. This was written in 1969, just one particular moment on a particular day. It's called Summer Underground Hot. Steam still in a tube, the stage is alone for him bold enough to speak. What are we? Still, sweltering, deep, while London transport finds a ship. Voices begin to rise along. We are one in a capsule, not strangers. We smile as the terrible rumble begins again.
As I said, I got caught on my addiction and that, and it was just getting my feelings on this one was about heroin. I got caught on heroin and that, and it was a hard journey, and this one was try some kits from our work for heroin, see what I can do, because I've killed more people than World War II, It'll make your life pure pain in hell. Your mums, your dads, your brothers and sisters as well. You might start off at once a week. It'll get you high, it'll take you to your peak. Then you want to try some more. Before you know it, you're kicking in the door. Grab that telly, video and all, rob your granny, con your ma. Now nothing will stand in my way. You need me now, every day. You thought you were strong enough to fight this battle, but if you don't have me, you start to rattle. Everything you're about now is greed. I've got a plan for you, I want you to eat. I targeted you at your lowest level, you know who sent me, your pal the devil. So give some to your mate as well, and I'll keep your sweet lamb with me in hell.
Still nervous. Just following on from James, what James was talking about, I think this might be a wee bit appropriate as well. It's called The Edge of Reason. Life has beat me up and left me scraping the bottom of the barrel. I've took all my fears, walked down streets washed with tears, to where the pavement got narrower and narrower. Moved so close to the edge, that tipping point, and almost lost my balance. But an unseen hand just reached right out, pulling me back from the brink, firmly placing my feet to where I am now standing. With this a bright spark was put in my head, one of those of some understanding, that my life as it was, no matter how bad, was really not mine for the taking. And much more than this, a new hope exists, that my life is a progress that's still in the making. So no longer do I question the reasons as to why those near misses I've had have all passed me by, or I've been dealt with the cards I'm now holding. Instead, I say thanks for all blessings I have as I gladly watch them unfolding.
Want a man. You can keep your boyfriend or fiancé, your suitors by the score, your bidey in and your soulmate, husbands, they're a bore. You can stuff your long-haired Latin lover with his tantalising tan. A fag and a wee cup of tea, that's better than any man. No filthy underpants to wash, no shaved hairs in the sink, no toilet seat to fight about, no feet that truly stink. No nights in watching footy while he slurps beer for a can. Mesmerised by 11 men, no I don't want a man. Don't need to hurry home for work, asking, what would you like for tea? Don't even need to shave my legs, 'cause there's nobody here to see. I leave mouldy cups in the window ledge, just clean up when I can. I dress my dug up if I want, without derision for a man. Can watch every soap and telly, without I'm own or grouch. Don't need to watch my other half snoring on the couch. Sometimes I do get lonely, but I think of it as God's plan, that after 40 years or so, I haven't found a man. I can go out when I want, and I'm going out tonight, to a special do for a lass at work. You see, it's her hen night. And now I'm here, see these strippers? They're gorgeous, everyone. I think I've changed my mind, I really want a man.
My name's Catherine Miller again, and this time it's a lot shorter. This is called The Mini Beast 2 weeks later. Weather warnings again for Mini Beast to come. Midlands, South East England and Wales stormy. Hopes it would not descend into a scrum. Scotland to miss. Women smiled warmly. Crossing, man, ran, suffered episode. Unscathed, generally depressed. In morning, man cleared, light snow, wood. Women still in bed, greatly impressed. Making toast, bananas, chocolate spread. Drank coffee, watched news, down south, chaos. Mini Beast gone, work done, was well ahead. Man, woman, drove supermarket, shelves still empty, got some biscuits.
have been the Irish side of me that wanted to write this, because I think most of us here are Scots-Irish, and that means one half of you wants a drink and the other half doesn't want to pay for it. so it's entitled The Replicon. I met him on the road in Connemara, with his merry twinkling eye and ready smile. He joked and laughed with me on the way, as we travelled many a rough and weary mile. Clad in old patch and worn green coat, crumpled hat flaming a pink and impy's face, stout boots of brown leather on swift feet, with which he gladly set a pace. Says I, by what name are ye known? Answered he, it is a name of great renown. I am Barry Maguire, Replicon, boot and shoemaker, and sure my abode is in old Kilkenny town. Says he to me, many things I have seen, roaming this great world over land and seas. 2,000 years I have wandered far and wide, from the mountains of Mourne to England's green leas. To Erin's isle I saw the old Fomorians come, at my Ture's field I buried its slain. I was there when great Brian was king, and sharpened the warrior's sword in Clontarf plain. So you see, my newfound human friend, I am always here, the ages come and go. A replicon, a figure of fable and fun, till Derry's walls crumble, till Shannon cease to flow. As we wandered round the shores of Galway Bay, I marvelled at his stories, limericks and song, those magic words of days of distant past, tales of old Ireland, of heroes bold and strong. At Kilkenny town we parted with fond farewell, then clasped hands and went our separate way, leaving memory held dear of that mystical time, with Barry Maguire, Replicon, round Galway Bay.
This one's called the Ceilidh. Now, this is about a young man who goes to a ceilidh, and he's a bit shy, so he's scared to kind of ask somebody to dance, but he picks the courage up. And he sees somebody he knows, and her name is Liz, and he approaches her. He goes over to the table and he says, "Hey Liz, you coming on the flare?" "Oh no, my toe is far too sore." "All right, Ginty, what about you?" "What? I didn't want to waste my new hairdo." "Och, is nobody want to dance?" Says Helen, "I will give it a wee chance." So on the flare, away we go, heel for heel and toe for toe. Oh God, I'm getting out of puff. This Ceilidh dance is real hard stuff. A bearded man the dance he tells, in and out the dusty bells, and puffy, wheezy, on we go. Oh look, here comes wee Joe. Maggie and Elty are sitting down, and they're none by half the tune. "Come on Maggie, give it a try." "Oh no, my leg's too sore, and it's not I. It's my cartridges, you see. It's really naught to do with me." There's big Jimmy at the door. That's because he's 6'4". His plates of meat are far too big. He can't do a Scottish jig. The table's now full of drink, the stuff that stops the brain to think, and everybody's swallowing new, and Annie's lost a brand new shoe. Folk are stoating on the flare, and on their face a happy stare. Whirly, whirly, dancing by. Then something just caught my eye. It was wee Willie at his best. He'd stripped down to his rabsy vest. And everyone proceeds to dance, all glad to give it a chance. A great night out was had by all, as they preferred to leave the hall. The wind blew hard outside that night. It fairly gave us all a fright. Still, we gave it our best chance. We fair enjoyed our Ceilidh dance.